Big up everyone that's here. Never a foul. We're joined by Josh, a view from the stands. We've got the bridge in the building, and we're going to be joined by Coppish Cow and also Deji in the next 10 minutes. But Roy, you're right. That's and taps have no sense of time, but time is all but an illusion. I like that. Anyways.
No sense of, do you know?
It is an illusion, to be fair.
The first half of a watch-along, by the way, did you man end up losing 1-0, Cass?
The last second.
You lost. No, I don't want to hear that. Did you lose 1-0?
Yeah. Guy likes to laugh, but when you give it to him, he gets defensive.
Give what to me, bro?
Yeah.
You're welcome to get defensive. Be defensive. You played Rosenborg today.
Yeah, no more.
You lost 1-0. Please, I know, man. Please defend it.
Well, we had people from the
wait. What? You guys
lost to Rosenborg. Yes, we lost to
Rosenborg,
who are halfway through their season. We had a couple man on that for the first team. That are there in the first half.
Hold on. It was only 16 months ago. Remember, like all that Casemiro, Rodri. Casemiro's better than Rodri. Like 16 months ago, Casemiro. So now we can't. He was playing today, right?
Things change. One year Martinelli's great, and the next minute he's not.
Rashford's ready for a season. He's going to cook this season, isn't it?
No.
How many shots on goal did you have, by the way?
I don't know.
How many in the first half did you have?
I don't know. One.
Rosenborg.
But these men just got back to training, innit? These men are sharp.
Absolutely.
It's a fitness, innit? I don't mind, innit? I was more looking at what other individuals could do more than others.
Yeah. Bro, I was looking at your first team players trying to work out what they can do.
Yeah. I'm not being funny. Them men are tired. They got tired quick. No, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. But anyways, I'm not really bothered about the result too tough. But if you don't want to cook, man, I cook, man, because when it comes to scoping on your teams, if you want to do the shameless shit, go right ahead. I'll receipt up right now.
You know what it is, yeah. I don't really do the preseason jokes thing. I just wait for that.
I'm gonna do it.
But I'm not doing no preseason jokes on this. I just
exactly.
We were doing a watch along. I did a watch along.
It was
for the first half. Then I had to take my daughter to gymnastics, and I just happened to see that Man United lost 1-0 to Rosenborg.
Yeah, man. It's all good. We mean no Cas Jardel, man. Anyway, smash the like button. We're on what? What's that? That's 50. Yeah, 60. We're 40 away from 100. So just rush it up real quick if you don't mind. Deji's gonna be here as well as Cow as well. Cass, have you seen Saeed? He just gave up and started laughing. I mean, look, I'm gonna be honest. Any Man United fan right now being negative on that, you're a weirdo, mate. I'm sorry. I can put the positivity spin on it, but if you're really looking at that as a barometer of for next season, then you're clueless, mate. People, you can have all the ability in the world, yeah. But if you've got a bunch of 17-year-olds in the second half and stuff that are not that great, but they're decent. Even them, fitness proves to be better than ability when you got that at the moment.
And
at high
everything's
level.
fine. Listen, they've got half of the red light district to land, and when they get there,
man. Hey, come on, man. Orange light district up in Manchester. Manchester is orange. You know what I mean? I mean, if you
and left,
Cass is spending too much time. These lot, man. You fuckers, man. Anyways, man, how we all feeling after the England loss?
Regular, man. It's another day at the office, isn't it? It's another day at the office.
Oh, thank you. This is in our DNA. This is what
it's another day at the office. There, it's not.
Well, how you feeling, Josh, mate? I've been requested to be put in prison today.
Oh wow! What for?
For all the shamelessness on England.
Well, as long as no one, I mean, I'm still like Egal's still rent free in my head, where he's tried to convince me that Gareth Southgate is a successful manager, and I think it just ends all sort of debate that Southgate hasn't. And
it doesn't. What he said is true. It is true. It's fucking mental, and I don't want him to continue as England manager. But like, you were going to say successful. It's not successful. But right, the way I put it yesterday, is right because some people say, look, if you get to a final but don't win it, then you've done fuck all. But if in our lifetime, let's say Newcastle, yeah. Sorry, Newcastle fans, I'm gonna pick on you, right? In my lifetime, and in a Newcastle fan my age's lifetime, he's seen Newcastle finish nowhere, right? And then all of a sudden, a manager comes in, Eddie Howe, and Newcastle are now finishing in the top 4. That's an improvement. That's a drastic improvement. Ultimately, we have to be real. England, in 130 years of football, have won one major tournament and reached, I think, 3 finals, right? So I don't want him there, but I think England have had better managers and achieved less.
This is where I've got a problem with football and where it's going. That we're starting to celebrate mediocrity. We're starting to celebrate taking part. Like, it's literally the same as people going, second place for Arsenal is just as good as winning the league, right? It's starting to, and Arteta's done it like that. The problem I've got is when you try and, I completely get what you're saying, Daps, about, right, seeing things over a generation, someone comes in and excels all expectations for the last 20, 30 years, whatever. Club football and international football for me is a totally different kettle of fish. You got 7 games to go and win. 7 games to go win. Doesn't matter if you've got no form. Doesn't matter if you're trying to build a philosophy.
We've got no DNA. I honestly think that there's this we say Kane, but it's not. It seems like the players get with England and we're looking. I'm not just looking at the City players. I'm looking at, because all the players in that squad, pretty much all the players in the squad, predominantly, they play to a certain level with a certain level of confidence at club football. But the minute they get with England, and do you know what? That is partly on Southgate, but
that's on the gaffer.
But here's the thing: I hear that, but we've had Venables, right? We've had who's the Italian motherfucker we had? Capello. We've had managers that I think are a lot better than Southgate, but still, my 2 most exciting experiences as an England fan, was 1990 under Bobby Robson, definitely a better manager, right?
Yeah. When you born, by the way?
82.
Yeah.
So Bobby Robson, who is definitely a better manager than Southgate, we were shit in the group stages and we weren't that great in the knockout stages. And 96, again, shit in the group stages.
Yes.
We beat a shit Scotland, right, with a moment from Gaza, and then we tore apart Netherlands. But ultimately, it does seem to be this thing that we can look at the players, and through all the eras, right now people go, this squad's special. But I'll be real, I don't think this squad has got shit on. When we had Rio, when we had Lampard. And I just think I do think Southgate's to blame. Let me be clear. I want Southgate gone, right? And I want to see better football. But I honestly believe when we replace Southgate, and I hope we do, and we maybe start playing a better style of football, I bet you we don't reach finals. I bet you we do not reach finals. Yeah. So and I think probably our first trophy, we're gonna have to shithouse. We are our first trophy in 40 years.
Fine. That's fine. That was this tournament. That was meant to be this tournament, because we haven't played well. And if we'd gone and won the tournament, not one person in the country had gone, but we played crap, but we won it. Who cares? Yeah. It would have been, we finally fucking won a trophy. Yeah. And my big thing is, and this is the stat, why Southgate for me will never be linked to a top job, club or international. And it will, and it is 28 games. Any team ranked inside the top 10 in competitive football, Southgate's had 28 games and he's had 5 wins. Yeah. In teams in the, and I know FIFA rankings are a load. I know FIFA rankings are a load of tosh, but but if you take it with a pinch of salt, when you come up against a good team, he can't get it done. Right?
I think. Look,
you know what it also is, quickly, if I can come in. I think the other issue I have is that he's got to 2 finals, right? If we're not mistaken, and 1 semi-final. So he's already got to the finish line twice and not even completed the deal. So and
that's why I think he needs to go.
For me, fundamentally, that's really where it comes down to. We can speak about the fact that
the squad though, bro. I think to me it seems like
we need Viagra.
He changed shit He changed shit almost like he gave into media pressure and fan pressure and decided to pick certain players at the last minute, right? And but then from doing that, ultimately, if you're gonna change the players that you're gonna rely on, you need to change the style of football, right? And that's where I look at it and go,
how, when,
right?
who?
If you're going to play long ball football, why the fuck did you leave Rashford, Sterling, or Grealish at home? And the other one, that it makes zero sense. The amount of times we're booting it long, and I think he's probably had no bottle to tell Harry Kane and tell Harry Kane, you see what Haaland does at City? You do that here because you've got a load of tents that are actually good. But the maddest thing is that I don't think anyone is talking about is right. So right now we're looking at, I think one of the managers that's being mentioned is the under-21s manager. Yeah. And they're saying, and they're saying that, you know what, he's worked with the players. So we have to remember, and this is where I don't think enough people are saying this, right? Gareth Southgate managed England under-21s, right?
One fuck all though.
But even right, if you have managed, so take Spain for example. I believe Spain's manager has come up through the ranks there.
Yeah, he did.
One.
Oh, so he knows the players and he knows the style of football. Southgate, you've been working with some of these fuckers for years. And no, why do you still not know a style of football that matches the players you have? And they're the things. But so
do you not think though that quickly? Yeah, do you not think that that's a fault of the FA? Because the FA, in my opinion, might not be implementing a style of play throughout all levels of English play.
No, they wouldn't remember. They didn't go for style. They went for cohesion because nothing England before. Remember before then, what was the thing about it was toxic until about 2014 to 16. It's probably the most toxic England's ever been. That was it.
I think I do think we spoke about this. I think just before the World Cup, and you know, like. I do right. So in England, as a country, if you look at the royal family, people will blame the royal family for certain things, but actually, there's certain rules that the royal family must follow because what's it called? The people have put. I feel like, and I'm saying one more manager. If we see similar things with this same boring football with this next manager, I'm starting to look at the FA and blame the FA for a lot more and say, do you know what, like. And even I heard an interview with Southgate and he said there's certain people behind the scenes in the FA that he needs to have a chat with before he decides. I think there's people behind the scenes in the FA that have a say on things. Did you know, by the way, that Jude Bellingham, the night before the tournament or something, got made part of the leadership group?
Yeah. So I didn't know that. I thought it was only 3 of them, but I didn't know.
No, so it was Walker. I think it was
Rooney
Walker.
said it. Walker, Rice, Kane.
Walker, Rice, and Kane, and Bellingham. They decided this isn't on Bellingham one, by the way. I think at Bellingham's age, I think that was stupid of them because he's still only just 21. But I think that's mad. All these little things. So I do want Southgate gone, right? I'm not a fan of him one bit, not a fan of his football. But the one thing I would say is he has got us to 2 finals. And you know what? I was saying to my mates last night that were around my house, come the next Euros, at the end of the tournament, I bet you we're not still in it. We're not still having another piss up. Yeah, we're not. And that's what football as a fan really and truly is about. It's being there for as long as possible and having something to talk about for as long as possible. I don't think we'll have that under another manager.
Yeah. What are you saying, Deji, man?
Yes, my guys. Sorry. I think me and you are from the same generation. And I think a lot of people need to just keep their hair on. Do you know what I mean? And I'll say this. I remember when we were getting slapped up by Norway. Yeah, we were getting slapped up by Holland, Norway, bloody Sweden. We couldn't kick nothing. We couldn't do nothing. We would have bitten your hand off if we could see a quarterfinals back in the day. Yeah, and so people are shaking their bum. But the fact of the matter is Southgate has got us to 2 finals, like you said, a semi-final. It's incredible.
Was it 92? No, hold on. But bro, hold on. No. Do you know what?
Bro, let's be real. Let's be real.
Bro, as a Villa fan, come on, you're excited. You got top 4 football. And
do you know what I'm saying? I agree with Daps. I don't know another manager that is going to do more than Southgate. And so we got a decision to make as a nation.
Jesus Christ.
Do you want to see your country in the final?
That is crazy, man.
Or do you want to just be getting knocked out at the round 16? That's what it is.
Hold on. Remember over the years, and this is a thing. This is where I think it's mad. When you look at the bookies and making England favourites, this is where we actually think we should be favourites. Like, we forget how shit we have been. 94, we did not even qualify for the World Cup. Was it 92? We didn't even qualify for the fucking Euros.
Come on,
boy.
Listen, man, times change, bro. Times change.
But you say times change.
But can I just say one thing?
With England, they don't change, do they? We just
add that. But the real problem with England, and I'm hearing
it's ex-Tottenham players.
Well, first and foremost, that's what you get when you don't bring an active Spurs player into the country. No, jokes aside. The problem we have is that at grassroots level, in the academy system, and I know it because I'm going through it myself, we are picking brawn, absolute wrestlers at 9 years old, when there's actually technical footballers who can't get into an academy because they're too short or they're too skinny. I mean, you've seen it with some of the boys, you know what I mean? I think I was reading one about the Louise player, or I forgot his name, Diaz, at Liverpool, how he was too skinny to get an academy opportunity. And that's what's happening with England at the moment.
Always has done.
We ain't bringing in all these. I reckon, I was having a conversation just now, I don't think Yamal makes it in football if he was in this country. He doesn't make it.
Bro, the amount of stories I've heard, and growing up, of people that have been turned away from multiple academies because of their height. Been absolute ballers, but because of their height, they've been turned away from academies. That ain't happening in Spain. That ain't happening in probably many other countries. They're not turning man away because of their height. It is what it is, man.
It's not just that, though. It's the manager's philosophy at the time as well. Of the first team. You've got to fit that. But I just, final note on that, because I know Cass wants to move on, is I can't believe we're celebrating coming runners up. Like it's a success.
No, I'm not, bro.
I'll be celebrating.
Don't take it that I'm celebrating.
Are you guys mad?
Bro,
are you smoking bush?
I'm not celebrating that, but bro, what I would say is that. And you come on, bro. You know this. You're a football fan. You support Aston Villa. Same way I'm supported City when we were shit. Football is about being there. Winning makes it even better. But if you can be in the conversation till the end, because like I said, bro, if we went home in the last 16, the last 2 weeks, we wouldn't have had anything. So being there is relevant. I'm not celebrating it, but being there is relevant.
I'm sorry, bro. You have to be in it to win it.
The brother at the top, I don't know your name, and Josh, are you man 12? Are you man 12 years old? To get to a final, Euros or World Cup, is to be respected, my brother. Even if you got to the bloody semis, it's to be respected. Not many people will ever see a European final. Many countries will never see a final. You know that,
Reece won
We've got to do back to back.
No.
The only thing we need to do is get it over the line. Don't disrespect the thing. Southgate has done a credible job. He's put England back on the map. We weren't on the map, my bro. We were not on the map.
That's nice, but I'm gonna wrap this part up.
Let's wrap it up.
Don't you dare with your Tottenham mentality. No one remembers.
You were shaking your bum with Eric Ten Hag.
Brother,
let's remember it.
I won.
Yeah, man.
I won. The difference is, that no one remembers second place and no one remembers runners up. Bro, you have to think who the runners up are because you already know who the winners are. Like when Spain,
I might as well remember my Carabao Cup final.
When Spain played in 2010 final, who did they play?
In the what?
In the 2010 World Cup final, who did Spain play?
I can't remember.
Exactly my point. No one remembers unless your name is Deji, who's Tottenham, who makes DVDs about Europa League finals.
But what I'm trying to say, are you crazy?
No, you are.
You man are bonkers.
Our levels are shit, bro. This
Listen
is
to that.
England are favourites to win the World Cup. We all mock England for being
because we got the best squad in the world right now.
No, we don't. No, Cass.
Yes, we
No.
do. Yes, we
don't.
do.
No.
I didn't say 11, by the way.
Let me be real with you.
Level. Did you see Spain's bench yesterday? Did you see Spain's bench yesterday?
Who the fuck
It was
Spain's bench is actually good, you know. I feel like
what's
going on?
Josh, let me tell you what you've done.
No. In that league will say,
yeah, but the difference is we bring on what you've done. They bring on next man, bro.
This is why I'm always after Josh's throat. Let me tell you what you've done there.
Pause.
Because you don't understand Italian or French, you've done the typical thing, innit? Which is because you don't look at and watch other leagues, you don't recognize any of them players. That's not. Look, our players are average. Push came to shove, we couldn't. Even Southgate said it at the end. We tried to get the ball and we couldn't get the ball. We overhype our players, bro. He has overachieved with that squad. How about that? He overachieved.
Cass. Come on, minimum.
All right, I'll do it quickly. Let me know another country that's got, if not better, fullback options than England. Let me know. Reece James.
Who were options?
Reece James. Trent was fit. Reece James was fit, by the way. Reece James was fit. He could have came. He had 3
4 games short, but he couldn't take Reece James.
I'm just saying, like, when it comes to player standard, bro. It's this bare, man. You know what it is? A lot of men have got probably better midfields than us, or the way it is what it is, isn't it? When it comes to the wing options, I'm not being funny. You got Jack Grealish. You can utilize Rashford. You still got Saka, who's probably tipped to be one of the better right wings in the world. Bro, we let a fucking year 11, year 12 lift the trophy, bro. But come on, man.
We can go back to better squads, yeah? This is what I keep saying. This is where it is a real England mentality. We've had better squads and better managers achieve less, right? And that is where it's the mentality when they get with England. There is, and that's where I do kind of say something needs to be looked at within the FA. Because I the mentality when these players that all ball out for clubs, all play with confidence at club level, when they get there, and let's be real, even if we are going, do you know what? We've got all these ballers, yeah? Then fine. And do you know what? Club level, we do see that. But yesterday, we did not see that because they were playing with no confidence. They let probably a below par over the last 20 years Spanish team dictate them because they didn't play with confidence.
Because that's how we set the precedent, man. That's the way we wanted to do it. That's the way you
set it. I'm being real. This is just me. Because I'm looking at Josh and looking at the other brother here. I don't know what manager with us can get us to win.
Say again?
Who can get us over the line?
It is what it is, mate. It is what it is.
You know,
let me tell you our biggest problem. Can I be real? Can I tell you what our biggest problem is?
Hypothetical.
Josh, let me tell you what our biggest problem is. Our biggest problem is we've got too many names. The reason why the teams like France and Spain are able to do because they provide balance. Sometimes we need no names. Exactly. Why are we trying to force Foden and Bellingham on the same pitch at the same time?
Yeah, you're right.
I don't believe you can play both of them at the same time. Sometimes you just need just some workers. We need some no names in there. Just doing the dirty job so that the players can play, and that's been our problem. So unless we solve that, we ain't gonna win nothing.
I'm not being funny here, but the thing is, just to wrap that part up because we need to move on. Yeah, is you look at France, Portugal, England, probably got the most stars in the squad in terms of names, but the difference is they all got degenerate managers, bro. Southgate, bucktooth prick. You got Roberto Martinez. What the hell are you even doing with him in your team? And you got Southgate. Deschamps is a failing manager who plays absolutely degenerate football, and you don't have Pogba no more. And it's been exposed. It is what it is. There you go. Don't have Varane, don't have these stars no more. The thing is, names have been carrying them for far too long. You get someone who sets the president, wants to play a little ball, and all of a sudden, Nagelsmann, they don't even have the best squad, Germany. But guess what? They got a guy that wants to coach, and Spain, man, they got a guy that wants to coach. They set the president early. They set the standard. Anyways, big up Cal that's in the building, man. Sorry,
Cal. What are you saying, bro?
Quick up, Dej, big up Blaze. Dej really showing that Spurs mentality, so we're expecting semis now, but not FA Cups. I'd argue Southgate has underachieved in 8 years. Boss bottler. That's true.
Josh, you're baffling me so much because you're nodding your head. Now you said, hold on, Josh. You said club football and international football's different. But you're now nodding your head about Spurs mentality. This is where I don't get that you're knocking finishing second as a Villa fan, that you don't understand that it is an improvement.
Because Deji thinks that his team should be winning the league. We've seen the receipts.
All right, fair.
We've seen the receipts, right? I don't come out to these shows and say Spurs
not
win the
true.
league.
Like,
that's all.
Yeah.
Go on, never file receipts. Never file receipts. Watch the video. Watch Deji say it. That's all I have to say.
Oh, bro,
why we had three Villa players in England squad? We knew it was long.
Anyways,
Wait, Deji, you man finishing above Villa, by the way?
Of course. I'm not speaking to Josh because we know he's below me.
I mean, you're below him right now, but
yeah, at the moment. But
at the moment.
I don't need to speak to Josh. I don't, unless if I see Josh on the stream, it'll be by mistake.
Like today, yeah.
Exactly.
What's it called? Anyway, let's move on, man. Let's talk about some of these Spanish stars, man. That's been linked away. Let's get this one out the way. Dani Olmo, the one that was heavily linked as well to Man City. Come out. I think it's come out again that Man City are not actively looking to pursue Dani Olmo.
Twice said that.
That's twice in a week. In 1 week, by the way.
Just as I kind of start convincing myself that, you know what, I get why we would go after him, and I do actually get it for a long-term replacement for De Bruyne. And by the way, I'm not saying Dani Olmo is as good as Kevin De Bruyne, but he's a player that has got a pass in him. But all I want is an 8 that can play the 6th role. That's all I want. Just go and get me a fucking 8 that, like, it looks like Rodri's all right, but after we saw Rodri coming off with a hamstring yesterday, go and get me someone that can do that. Go and get me Kimmich. Go and get me Kimmich.
Was it a hammy? Was it a hammy daps?
Yeah. It was a hammy, but then afterwards he was jumping about celebrating. So, and he's got, I think he's been given an extended break. Yeah, he's fine, bro. He's got 3-4 weeks off now anyway, so he's fine. But that should be a warning to the board. Like, there's too many signs, and last season was a big sign when the games when it didn't play. What happened? That we have to get someone in, and bro,
because he's so good. Because
and
he's so good, I hate it.
That's the beauty today. Like, it's
controls
so
everything,
nice.
man.
At last, seeing the props like all over Twitter today, that at last he's getting that props. Like, I think he's
another one that was linked with you.
But I would take, for me, I want Kimmich badly because I just think we do need someone that can play right back because Walker is definitely getting worse by the minute. Still, Walker's a great option to have, right? But I think we bring Kimmich in, and then we've got Walker cover and we've got Rodri cover.
I think Dani Olmo should be looked at by Spurs, really, or even maybe.
I don't think he'd go there, bro.
Because they're looking at a left winger / attacking mid.
If he's got any sense, he wouldn't come to your club, bro.
Yeah, actually, you're right.
I think Spurs could be a good shout because we're about to be a powerhouse again. So if he's got foresight,
what do you mean again? Wait, hold on, again? When was the first time? When was the first time he's a powerhouse?
Bro,
When would you go a powerhouse?
Don't do that. People know Tottenham is English heritage. You get me? We were powerhouse back in the day. We're going to be a powerhouse again.
Tottenham. What?
Come on, bro. Let's be sensible.
Heritage.
I know that everyone hates Project Youth. Anyway, you know what it is. What's today's date? 15th of July. Mark my words. Tottenham is coming in thick and fast. I can't wait for the season to start. In fact, I was pretty bored. You know what I'm saying?
Deji, of course you will.
Yeah, of course you will.
Of course you will.
As for Aston Villa, I never want to see them again. I'm hoping Liverpool can be top 4. Man United, you lot are dusty. It's us, Arsenal, and City. That's it.
All right. Well, that's what
almost the greatest, though. You know, I don't know if your body will physically hold up to the demands of the Prem. As a footballer,
he's very injury prone. Yeah, he's very injury prone.
Dani Olmo.
Yeah. He's been linked with the Bundesliga right now. I think Bayern. He's actually been linked with.
He's been linked with everyone. Like Bayern want every young player that's available, and then obviously flipping the Premier League is being linked. I think most clubs are being linked with somebody that's got a release clause of some sort.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Agents are trying to make some money because it's hard for
them. It sounds like an agent PR push because Liverpool's been linked with him, Man United's been linked with him, Arsenal's been linked with him, Spurs not yet.
And you know, Leipzig was telling
you've been linked to him as well.
Yeah, Chelsea has as well. So yeah, clearly I hear what you say. But another Spanish midfielder that wouldn't mind a move to Prem is Merino, and the last ones that have been noticing is actually Arsenal plotting a move to go and grab him. Someone that's left-footed, plays the 8 and the 6 quite well. You know, 6'2", likes a battle. You know, I would say he fits the mold. Actually, he fits the mold. What City might want as well. At the same time, Zubimendi. Remember, Zubimendi's incredible, but Zubimendi just wants Spain, and that's why he rejected the Prem last time out. What do you think about Merino? That's probably the guy Arteta needs at this moment of time.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Because you got to think of it. 20, just under 30 million. He's what? 27? Was he 27 now? 28?
28, 28, if I'm not mistaken.
Good age. It's a good age, especially if it's for that price, knockout.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You're trying to go for the. Yeah, and particularly if you're trying to win the league, bringing a guy who's already pretty much ready made at that age point, you know, for that price, I think it's perfect, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree with that. Everyone's dream is Zubimendi. I think if anyone was given a choice, maybe apart from City fans because they've got Rodri, but if you ask anyone else across the board, who's your dream DM, it's probably Zubimendi. But as you said, doesn't want to go anywhere. Arsenal are in a good position where they've still got Partey. Rice can play the 6, providing he's got good legs around him. I think if you've got Odegaard nails down that right centre midfield spot, you kind of drift into the 10. The reason for me they didn't win the league last season, obviously City is City. That left centre midfield spot, them trying to play Kai Havertz there and everyone else, it just didn't work. There was no balance there. And I think Martinelli struggled because of that, plus a dip in form as well. So if you go and get someone like Merino, I think it just works. It gives them that balance. He's not a big name. He's not going to do all the fancy stuff, but he will get the job done and allow the others to thrive, in my opinion.
Yeah, you need guys to get the job done at the end of the day. You just need to get the guy that does the job done. Simple as that.
That's the one. Remember, people need to understand 28 is not a shit age, bro. Especially when it's low fee, low wages. You got to think you shift out Emil Smith Rowe. That pretty much pays for that.
Yeah.
Since he's in a battle between who is it again? Fulham and Palace. So if Smith Rowe goes, it's the perfect position for them to build on. They don't need, like my man said, Deji. Sometimes it's not always about the names; it's about the profiles. A bit what like Chelsea's trying to do this window, or allegedly, anyways. It's all about the profile, not the name. But what I'm looking at is, Arsenal are in a decent position, and I think they can pretty much tab up who they need to. Because look at Palhinha. He's gone to Bayern. He's going to go as one of the more experienced at 28 years of age. But would people say no to Palhinha this day? When you deep what the sixes are? I think that's what I'm saying. I think it's a good price. I think it's good, man. From Arsenal. If they get him, it's they got someone that can cover Rice, play with Jorginho if needed, and he's still got the same sort of job. I wouldn't call him a this Xhaka role that needs to die now. That's old news. You pay differently.
Teams change. Like when De Bruyne goes, we're never going to get another Kevin De Bruyne. Right?
No, you're not. Well, maybe
even David Silva, we ain't got a David Silva now. When certain players leave clubs, managers get a different type of player and just have to make tweaks. And I think you're right. Like, bro, it would have been sick. I was just thinking that in my head to have seen Xhaka and Rice play together. I think that would have been cold. If there was Xhaka one more season, that would have been very interesting last season. When you really think about it,
it's mad. He's getting flowers now, isn't it, Xhaka? All of a sudden at the end,
he got flowers last season at Arsenal, though. He did get flowers last season.
Because remember he was down and out. But I remember when he was at. Who was he at before? Was it Mönchengladbach?
I thought I was going to wait to see him leave. To be honest,
Leverkusen before Xhaka before he came, he was in the Bundesliga. He was cold. I remember.
Yeah, he was sick,
remember the Bender brothers as well. They were cold.
Yeah.
The Bender brothers.
Yeah. Bender.
Bender.
The Bender bus is coming.
But midfielders are needed to this day and age, and also that's in terms of midfielders. Cal, man, your team's it's looking like you're looking at the wrong type, maybe.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Part of me is really happy that I don't know what's going on with Liverpool transfers, but part of me is very concerned at the same time as well. We know that historically Edwards likes to kind of work in silence, and then he'll drop the news when it's ready. My only worry is that with Slot coming in as the new manager, I wonder if they've almost taken the approach of we're going to give everyone one chance on one season. I don't think we're allowed to have that anymore as Liverpool in this Premier League with Arsenal, with Man City. Dare I say, if Man United start getting their act together, they're making signings now which seem smart as opposed to big names. They're not going to be too far away. Been very smart.
What?
Deji, I've got too much respect for you to lie to you, bro.
I have no respect.
You're not one on the hit list. I'm just letting you know, yeah.
I can't put Spurs in there, I can't, because you lot went down to 6 men and Andrew's still playing a high line, bro. It makes no sense. So I can't
He's
lie
no-
to you.
Oh, God. He can't.
Yeah, I think we desperately need a 6. I think we need someone to come in and compete with Salah. This whole narrative of you can't bring in someone because Salah plays there, for me, is crazy, because you're just going to burn him out. And then when he burns out, then we've got to buy someone new. So, and then a centre back as well, for the same reason I just said for Salah, for Virgil, we need someone to actually come and compete with these guys and allow them to have rest. So when you get to the latter stage of the season, they don't look drained.
Yeah. So how come you're looking at Koopmeiners then? He's an 8. Box to box. You got enough box to boxes, you know.
You got too many.
Koopmeiners going Juve. I thought Koopmeiners was going Juve.
Well, Juventus are struggling to shift anyone to pay for him at this moment of time. And apparently Liverpool, I don't know how, the source is a bit limited for me, but this is where we look at Liverpool and say, you know, Edwards Hive and all this kind of thing, moving in silence. A bit like City right now. We don't know what City are doing, or even Arsenal, really. They're moving in silence. No one can get any sort of credible links enough anyway. Liverpool have got absolutely 0 links. It's like they've shut off any news.
That's what I say.
And now Koopmeiners is one on the top of the list. Whether it's him or Edison, which one is the question?
Yeah, I don't think we get either.
You know what it is? Yeah, I think with Liverpool, maybe they're trying to do something, which I think me and my club is trying to do now. But they're trying to assess the squad. Maybe he wants to have a game or 2 of preseason, or maybe a week or 2 in training, and then maybe he's like, then we might go for, okay, I want this type of player. Do you think that might be the case with your with Slot? Because that might be a possibility too.
But shall I tell you what the risk is with that? Is you miss out on, like, for me, Calafiori should have been such a shoe-in for Liverpool. It's unreal. But you've now gone and strengthened, in my opinion, the best defense from last season, or one of the best defense from last season. If he starts playing left back for Arsenal, for me, they've got the best defense in the league.
Exactly.
Why go and let them do that? And then you look at like Elise again. There's no reason why we shouldn't be competing to get an Elise, and that's 2 positions sorted and long term as well. So I think what Liverpool are doing at the moment is very risky, and I do think it's going to come back to bite us if we're not careful.
But I think I'm looking at City at the moment with, like, I don't know, because if something came out that City aren't going to buy anyone unless we have people leaving. That we're not out to buy anyone, but I did hear that I've been told we're going to buy at least 1 person. But it does worry me that it doesn't seem to be a concern. Like, it's a concern to every single City fan you speak to that's sensible. There are obviously some online that literally just want a big name to say we've got a big name. They're talking, we need another winger and whatever. We don't. We need that. The signs last season, when Rodri got suspended, right? The fact that Spain have come out and said, like, oh yeah, we are concerned about how tired he is. The fact he keeps mentioning it, and then he pulls up yesterday with a hamstring injury. Like, we need, and I don't think we need a 6. I'll keep saying this, right? We can't buy a 6, because if we buy any 6, we're buying a 6 that knows he's playing second fiddle, right? So ultimately, to me, I'm looking at that mentality. Like, when we got Calvin Phillips, my whole thing was, well, he's coming in for money, isn't he? Because he's not coming here thinking he's going to start over Rodri. Love coming, Calvin.
Big up to everyone,
love. And then, so we need, for me, we must get an 8. We have to get someone like Bruno Guimaraes that can do the 8 role, but can also can be a starter week in, week out, but then drop back into the 6 when needed. Yeah,
do you not think Fabian Ruiz would be an option?
I was going to ask you about this Nunes, Mateus Nunes.
It's not a bad shout.
And it's available, by the way. PSG want to sell him. PSG want to sell him too.
Right, now, like,
bit of an older candidate, though.
So we cannot get another Rodri, right? That's just going to sit on the bench and come on every now and again and just put in a performance like Rodri, because ultimately they wouldn't be willing to sit on the bench, right?
Harry Kane.
So then you're looking at all right, if we can't get a Rodri, what do we need? And I think we need someone that could Harry Kane, you know. We like Nunes, no way. I think we need, this is why I like Bruno Guimaraes, because Bruno Guimaraes can play football, but also has a shithouse dog in him. And that if Pep goes, you know what, Rodri's out, we want you to play in the 6 role and just be a shithouse. Just go and be a shithouse, right? That will work until Rodri comes back. But at the moment, if we go into this season without getting that necessary cover, I worry. Like I do worry. I do really think that could cost us the 5p.
Yeah, it could be. By the way, there's 550, over 550 of you in here. 5 likes away from 200. I haven't asked once this stream. You know, everyone's channel's in the description below as well, so you have all the opportunity to find these guys however you wish. You got Tottenham fan at the bottom there called Deji. You got a Villa fan in the middle. You know, if you want to go shout out him at one point.
Don't go to him.
Yeah,
he's a Villa fan.
Yeah,
no, joking.
But yeah, in this last kind of like what's going on as well is Osimhen is really the strongest link today is actually the Osimhen stuff from Reece Hawkins. You know, that? Osimhen, like Chelsea are actually pursued a deal for Osimhen again. So the thing that got rubbished off a month and a half ago is something that is looking like Chelsea have gone back in for him. You know, they really want a number 9. Yeah. I think you do need a number 9. I think Osimhen for the in behind type thing, you know, it could suit with all the technical.
I want to see Osimhen in the Premier League, man. I want to see him in the Premier League.
The thing is, he's willing to. I think wage and all that. That's not really a problem. It's the pricing. Is it not?
I think for me, with Osimhen, provides a different profile for us. It's a lot more experience than Jackson, of course. So I think those are definitely positives. Obviously, it's a bit more. It's going to be a lot more clinical than Jackson, which I know a lot of Chelsea fans want to. But I think for me, with him, if you can do Lukaku plus some level of cash deal, 60, 70 million, I think that's fine because we already know Conte wants Lukaku. They've been trying to negotiate with us for Lukaku. So now as well do Lukaku plus 60 million and we get Osimhen instead.
Deji, what are you saying? If they were to end up with Osimhen, right? Whatever it is, like, how do you actually view Chelsea at that point? Because would you not say they got on paper, they've got a pretty good starting 11 if you deep it?
Yeah, look, I mean, if any team gets Osimhen, I think it's a decent signing, to be honest. It's going to catapult them. I think in the Prem, I would have Osimhen up there with the likes of Ollie Watkins and beyond. Do you know what I'm saying? So for Chelsea, that would be a major buy. The only thing is, when I think about the Chelsea squad, even with that signing, it just feels like it's still like mushy peas. So when I think of Chelsea, I think of a bowl of cereal. It's got cornflakes, it's got mushy peas. Do you know what I mean? It's got some baked beans. It's got some baked beans and some sweet corn in there. And you see how you're pulling your face? That's exactly what I was thinking. Like, Osimhen comes in, but the whole thing don't make no sense and it don't taste good. So that's what I'm thinking at the moment. I need Chelsea to show us what. If you're bringing in Osimhen, who are you playing around him to give him the ball, to feed him the ball? And don't tell me Cole Palmer. Do you know what I mean? It needs to be more.
Why would it only be Cole Palmer though? It wouldn't only be Cole Palmer. We've got guys that
I'm just saying, Osimhen would be very good look for you, but you need to bring in other players because at the moment it's a cereal.
Some fish and chips with some mushy peas.
Hear me out.
I mean,
I can't disagree with that point though. I would just have to disagree with that because I feel like, again, yes, you've got Cole Palmer obviously on the right. You've got Nkuku that can do that job for you. You've got Enzo who can be a deep-lying playmaker that can do that job for you. Listen, that's just reality. That's what he can do. You can watch the video, man. Watch the tape. Even on the left, Dewsbury, of course, I forgot about. Yeah, left wing. You got Sterling there, who I know he's been hot and cold. Not been really one of the. I don't really have some level of belief in him, but even if he does get revitalized, can still do that job for you at the end of the day. Can work really well for a striker.
You've got Mudryk.
And you think of in the air as well. Yeah. If you think about it, you got Reece James if he can say Gusto. We don't really
even Gusto's got a good whip on him too. Yeah,
you got whippers of the ball. You got good whippers of the ball there that can. Because Osimhen's actually really good in the air.
Cucurella.
Look,
and even Chukwuemeka, you know, I know he's not. He's here too. Chukwuemeka's got a good pass on him that he can give to that he can feed in. So there's a lot of guys that you've got in and around that can actually, you know, provide.
I think Osimhen isn't. I think if Osimhen goes to Chelsea, I do think that.
And Osimhen Palmer from free.
I do think one thing for Chelsea.
It's all right. Are you mad?
Bro, a big thing for Chelsea is their man keeping. You know what? Right. If Chelsea can keep Nkunku, Lavia, Reece James, and do you know what? And I'm going to say Fofana as well. If Chelsea can keep them 4-man fit and get Osimhen, yeah, all of a sudden, I'm not going to lie, Chelsea become a very fucking dangerous outfit.
It looks
and
better
it
than
might not
Liverpool.
work. Let me get it right. It might not work, yeah, because we haven't seen it. But they keep Reece James fit. They have Fofana come in, stay fit, and get back to the levels he was a while ago. They have Lavia come in and, play like we think Lavia can play and stay fit. Having Kunku for the whole season and throw Osimhen in the mixer, bro, that's dangerous. Like that is
Chelsea
dangerous.
Chelsea have got to pick up results under Enzo
Exactly.
early on.
I agree.
It's because his style of play, Leicester City fans will tell you this, and they've always said this, his style of play is absolutely dreadful to watch on the eye in terms of entertainment factor. Right?
In terms of that. That's what we've been told by Don. Don's told us, bro.
Listen, can I? One thing I will say. One thing I will say. Yeah, I don't care what his style of football does, as long as it makes you win. Antonio.
So why do you want Southgate out there?
Oh, you're one of them.
Listen. For me, yeah, I've had Antonio Conte as my manager. That's all I'm saying. I've had Antonio Conte as my manager. So hey, if he does a job for me,
if Enzo does not get results in the first couple of months at Chelsea and plays the style that he is going to play, it's going to be a tricky time at the Bridge. It's
I agree with you. Yeah,
toxic. They force Potter.
I must admit, I have heard that about Leicester actually. No,
but
can I just say this though?
A lot of Leicester City fans said this. It's all good when you win. When you win, being his style of football is absolutely fine when you win. When you don't, it is absolutely painful on the eye to go home.
That's why I must admit, I've heard that off of a few Leicester fans. I have heard that. He's Italian, isn't it? It
makes sense to bring in Osimhen then on that system, because if you're going to play a low block, one thing Osimhen can do is from his half, he can run in a straight line towards the opposition goal, because that's what he does. He runs in a straight line. What I will say, though, is the likes of Lavia, Cole Palmer, Sterling, these aren't players that you can put the handbrake on. And that's why I said it looks like a really messy cereal bowl, because those players cannot function in a system that tells you to play low block and hit on the counter. Those players thrive in possession ball. That's what I think anyway.
We're not playing low block football. He doesn't play low block football.
Enzo's possession ball.
Bro. Yeah, but it's talking about. We can talk. Well, in possession, you could say maybe he builds up from the back very slowly, but in possession, he's very wide.
And both players, Lavia and Cole Palmer, have played under him. So
you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'm very optimistic. I'm very optimistic for
Dewsbury Hall too. Yeah,
I'm very optimistic for Chelsea,
and I think Tosin maybe as well. Maybe I'm not sure how long.
Chelsea's definitely optimistic. The thing is, let's be realistic. I think obviously football, you just never know when it's going to change, and we always expect if you finish first, second, third, or whatever, you expect that to also be first, second, third. I don't actually believe next year is actually going to be first, second, third the way we're going to look at those three teams. Chelsea's going to be interesting. There's a lot of teams that in theory should be interesting, right? But if you get Osimhen, then all of a sudden you're like, okay, now you have to look at them thinking, shit, they got actually a good squad. 100%. The thing is, I feel like with Chelsea, because we've known them to be sixth, and also be a bit iffy in defensively in the second half of the season, obviously the 12th part, we automatically say, yeah, Chelsea's going to be shit. Like it's going to be the same chaos all over again. At one point, where do you look at it and say the owners and that are going to learn?
I was saying last season, when Todd Bowley wasn't doing so well last season, I was saying the differences between them and at the point when the Glazers were at Man United and still had, I said, Glazers have been here for so long that they're not going to change because they've been here for that long. And they're making money year in, year out. They will not change. With Todd Bowley, he's new to this. He's learning on the job. Now, this is where I do look at right now, this summer, not last summer. Last summer, I think they went and bought Todd went and got a load of players and goes, there you go, Poch. Yeah. Right? You look at it this summer, and it can't be a coincidence that, like, you've brought in this manager. He's gone and got Dewsbury Hall, right, who he managed last season. Tosin he's worked with before. Cole Palmer. It does seem like there seems to be conversations going between the board and the manager, and that there are actually there's a plan. Like Todd Bowley, and that's where you look at it and go. And I always said it. Yes, Todd Bowley's come in and fucking he didn't have a clue what's going on, right? But if you've got a manager that is every transfer window willing to put his money where his mouth is and back you, yeah, and he's new to it, then all you have to do is he learns or he starts listening to people. The fact that he's willing to back you and go out sooner or later, and this has been the Chelsea model, sooner or later it will work. And he won't stop till it does work. So I just look at it. I think the key with Chelsea is, and I keep saying this, it's keeping your players fit. It's keeping.
Exactly. I agree with you 100%, bro. 100% I agree.
I think Gusto is a good defender.
Great
I think
defender,
Gusto is a sensational second choice. But I think you keep Reece James fit, and I think it's one of the hardest things in the world, probably. But you keep Reece James fit, he's a game changer. Reece James is a game changer, right? Lavia will bring something completely different in midfield. That probably is what deep down you wanted last year. And I think Nkunku up top is so but I do look at your defense and I question your defense.
You know what is my defense? You know what I feel like the defense. The defense last season, I think part of what played down to was I think like some players like Badiashile, yes, they had a downturn this season, but I feel like some of them were getting rushed back. Some of them are getting rushed back from injury, like Badiashile. I felt like also the thing with Poch's system was, it was like the attack was like be free in attack. Everywhere else was basically like, defend for your life essentially, and like there was no like link up between Badiashile and Disasi at times, or whether it be Fofana and Disasi at times. So I feel like a lot of that has to play with it, and I also feel like the players themselves didn't have a good season. Next year, I feel like
it's shaking. Deji's just working out that Spurs are going to finish as the lowest London club. Again, it's just I can see it.
Can I be real though, Josh? Can I be real? I don't expect to see your club in top 4 next season, but you will finish above Chelsea. As for me,
where would Tottenham in the just quickly? Where would Tottenham in the latest UEFA rankings? Because I know West Ham was 16th in that.
I don't know. I don't know about the UEFA rankings. I don't give a damn about the rankings.
I just know West Ham. All up in the mix. So I just was wondering where Tottenham were.
Tottenham will finish above Chelsea and Villa. That one there.
What about this then, Blazer? What do you think about the Spurs squad then? When are you going to show some ambition in
this place thinks he's a smarty pants. Like we're starting the season this weekend. Don't be stupid. Let me tell you right now, my club is linked with Pedro Neto and Eze. If we bring them two brothers in, it's long for all of you, man. Let's be real. Neto on the right, Eze on the left. It would be long. And Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that Tottenham want both players, Fabrizio Romano. So that is very positive from my club. What we also need is a striker. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't like Ollie Watkins before the Euros. I weren't going to shake my bum for him, but I would take Ollie Watkins over Tony all day long.
You've got money. Do you know how much it's going to cost you, bro?
Why would he
drop? How much is Watkins going to cost?
100 million, bro.
Yeah, it's just
going to cost 900 million.
Hold on. He's just got Champions League football to go, actually, I don't want that. I'm going to go to Spurs.
The guy got over 30.
I'm just saying, once these lot get knocked out, he could do worse than thinking about my club. So for me, Eze, Neto, maybe we bring in a Tony, maybe we don't. Bring in someone who can do a job. Fine. As for my backline's on job. And then we just need a number 6. Edison from Atalanta.
Wait, one sec. Archie Gray, no? He's a 6.
Bro, I'm not. I don't know much about Archie Gray. I can't shake my bum for Archie Gray.
He can play right back and he can play 6. That's his job.
Bro, I can't talk much on Archie Gray. What I am looking forward to is my club bringing in some names. But I can tell you now, neatly with chest, Aston Villa, hurry up, get in and get out, because that's really what you lot are going to do. Get in and get out like that. As for Chelsea, I actually find Chelsea boring to talk about. I can't even lie. I find them extremely boring to talk about.
I can say the same about Tottenham
in that club. No, bro, you can't, bro. My club is
every season. So
my club is on the up. I don't know where your club is going. You man are just lost in space. So I don't know. I know Villa finishes above Chelsea. My club finishes above those two teams straight.
Reggie, I got to meet you in London soon, don't I? To finalise our bet from the end of last
season. Let's do it. I'm ready. I was going to reach out to you to say, let's hurry up and film that thing. You know what I mean? Let's film it and be done. But that's the last time I lose a bet.
Why would you
wait, hold on. I've got an idea then, quickly. On Friday, when he's down in London, I can bring my camera since driving as well. And I've got my new memory card. I'll record it all on camera, HD.
Come.
Please do. Because that man came for me for about 3 months last season with the same chat he's given now.
I'm still coming for you, bro.
My club.
I'm still coming for you, bro.
It didn't happen. You had a head start on us. We even said to you, look, we fucked up the last couple of games going into March and April. Have it. And you still didn't take it.
This is why I am pissed that Aston Villa got fourth. Because of just as 5 minutes.
They just did a Spursy.
How many points did you take against the Three Musketeers?
Are you being for real?
Oh, do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that? Do you
No, I'm going to be real with you.
Against the Musketeers with a pencil, and the Musketeers turned up with a blade and slashed Spurs together.
I swear down there, this is why I'm pissed about Aston Villa finishing fourth. Josh has still got his 5 minutes of fame. Anyway, just keep enjoying the limelight.
Every season, Deji's takes are just sensational.
Yeah,
and the best thing is,
I never forget one.
That what happens is, and this is a beauty, that this is a summer right now, yeah. Deji is already talking like this. The season will start, and we all know how the season starts. Tottenham start off so well.
They won the league.
Yeah?
They won the league in September.
Chest from Deji just gets even. It's like it's just getting bigger and bigger. By November, it's just floating away in that.
Really?
Apparently, Deji, your squad makes me think of cereal with ketchup. They might
that's so funny.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie though, Josh. You said you're making quarterfinals of the Champions League. I don't think that's far off a Deji type of prediction. You know? Do you know what I mean? I think Josh, you're getting away ahead of yourself.
What happens though when you hang out with this guy. When you hang out with this guy,
you're a madman. Don't blame that on me. You're a madman.
It rubs off. It rubs off. I've even started going. I even found myself the other day on a stream going, Villa are bidding off the FA Cup and Carabao Cup. We're bigger than that. And I had to pinch myself to remember that, I can't be like Deji.
Remember, you're on big things now.
Yes, thank you, thank you. But yeah, sometimes it rubs off when my rival down here, it does rub off.
We all like rubbing one off.
I hope you do well, bro. I hope you do well. As for Chelsea, I just want you to be competitive again. That's all. If you lot can be competitive, I can find it. But you just came out here.
Man United are going to finish above you next season.
Hell no, bro. Your team is fully
100% finishing above
you. Lot are worse than Chelsea.
I wouldn't put it past that Ange has. It was only towards the end of last season. I got receipts as well that you start calling for Ange out.
Not me.
It was not that long ago where you was contemplating. Remember? Yeah, do you remember that? Do you remember the 50-50? I'm 50-50. Like I don't know. I
was unsure. But I said we got to give this season was a test and learn season. He's learned what he needed to learn. We kick on, but your club is dustier than Chelsea.
No matter what happens, Deji, I know one thing that's guaranteed with you. Yeah. You're not winning the Europa League, and my club is more.
No, they're not winning a trophy.
You're not winning nothing, yeah. And I'm telling you now, yeah, you're not in Europe. We wipe the floor of you, mate. Don't even get it twisted. Regardless, I'm going to be in a bigger competition than you next year.
Spurs will go further in the Europa League than Man U.
100% not.
100%.
What basis have you got?
I have to disagree with that. You know what I mean? I feel like United will actually get ahead of you guys.
I'm not being funny. Do you know what it is? Yeah, you like.
Oh, you don't believe what you just said, bro.
At the end of the day, Deji, yeah, there's Jenga pieces, yeah. Someone has to take that for you. You have to take that piece before things collapse, and that's Tottenham. Unfortunately,
I like what you're doing. You know what it is.
I like what you're doing, but you're literally the Europa League version of Aston Villa at this point. You're both.
Let me tell you now. Let me tell you this though. I'm guaranteeing you that my club is getting Champions League football. Either we get it via the league, or we get it in the Europa.
Listen, with Ange's style of play,
Europa League.
Oh no!
Bro, I honestly think this is a period Tottenham drop off. Like I'm fully broke. I can't see you like
behind.
Yeah, I just think,
bro, you man are gonna be singing a different hymn song when we start bringing in the man them. Just because the Euros have been on. We've been slow with our little transfers.
We'll see this week, man. We'll see this week.
Their bum. I don't know why they're shaking their bum. None of the signings make sense.
I've seen your attempt at bringing in the man them, yeah, and it looked kind of zesty still. I'm not going to lie. So far, your lineup is far. Your lineup is citrus fruits, bro.
Yeah.
Citrus
Right.
fruits,
Don't
right?
worry.
It does.
I like that. I like that.
They look like
Werner's gonna make damage.
Bro, they look like they literally should be doing YMCA and shit. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's hella zesty over at Tottenham right now.
Timo Werner.
Don't you worry, my brothers.
Hey,
Once
man,
you
Timo
Werner,
Werner,
you know what one. Don't you worry.
That's a smart club move, I have to say, man. Timo Werner is a smart club move, man. You know what I mean? I like that.
Bro,
Yeah,
Timo Werner's hardly going to
it,
get any game time, bro.
Timo Werner's doing as much damage as Anthony off the pitch, mate.
Bro, none of your teams can talk to me. None of you.
Anyways, 2024 league standings. This is early prediction from Blaze, I think. Chelsea 4th, 25. Newcastle 5th, United 6th, Palace 7th, Spurs 8th with 11 losses. But Deji
is he mad?
On the rise and then United Chelsea.
Must be top 3.
Deji said challenge. No, Deji.
I'm not gonna lie.
He said
the way Blaze is dropping them super chats and chatting nonsense. His weed has been laced. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
11 L's is generous. 11 losses is generous as well for Spurs.
Yeah, quick one. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe. Just a quick reminder: hit the subscribe button if you haven't made a comment yet and you're wondering, I don't know if I like the channel or not. Make sure if you do, then just make sure. If not, then it's okay. Maybe next time. But also do remember to smash the like button. 1 of 250. And yeah, man, look, there's lots to come tomorrow and so forth. Your pre-season's yet to come and everything. But do make sure to subscribe to the lads. You can see it in their what's it called, in their banners, if not in the description. This is gonna go over. Oh wait, that wasn't a prediction cast. It was last year's stats.
Whoa.
Shit.
Whoa.
I big up that one. My bad.
What?
That was last year.
I mean, my manager has just come into the Prem. That means nothing. Let's look forward to what my club is about to do. I do look forward to for me, the only person who can chat to me at the moment is Daps. None of you brothers. None of you brothers.
We finished above you.
Not Villa.
Nah, do you know
how can Villa not done?
Let me tell you who Villa remind me of. Can I just tell you who Villa remind me of? And if you haven't watched this series, let me plug this series. It's called Sprint. Villa reminds me of that Italian brother that ran the 100 meters and got the gold in the Olympics. It was by mistake, bro. It was a fluke. You know, like that. That's what you remind me of.
What was the name of the program?
It's called Sprint. And it talks about all the 100 meters.
That's how your club start most seasons,
bro.
Yeah.
No,
by December.
By mistake.
Wait, who is clipping today's show? Who's clipping? I need these stuff to be dated.
I don't know if this one is worth clipping enough, but
it needs to be dated. It needs to be dated.
Stuff. No,
yeah, Deji, I can't lie. After this, I've got 4 other clips up to do. If I think like there's something being good enough for this show,
bro, I just want to have a show on this channel after Christmas called "I Told You So." These brothers need to be here. We'll be there.
The Receipts channel is out again this week, so don't worry. We'll be playing that. Go on.
Just quickly, I do have a show at 11 p.m. for Chelsea, so do stay tuned in.
Yeah, Deji forgets he's lost a full injury.
What's your channel? What's your channel?
The Bridge. You can find me on
The Bridge. There you go, people. The Bridge, 11 p.m.
Also, he says Deji forgets he lost a 14 injury Chelsea FC. There you go.
We beat them twice, we beat you twice, the G. You know what I mean? We beat you twice, the G. You know, you need to hold that, remember.
Bro, and with that, what did you do?
Well, we actually got European.
Is this your debut or Never a Foul? Is this your debut?
No.
Okay, cool. Because be careful what you say on this channel, bro. You can make yourself and you can lose yourself on this channel.
Bro, Deji's currently on a life IPP sentence. Put it
I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know, Chelsea fan. Be careful with how you tread.
Yeah, look up the 2024 table. Spurs is a mid-table club. I mean,
what is Blaze? Blaze needs to just calm down, drink some water, bro. Have something to eat. Relax.
Anyways, I need to end it there. This is by the way, this is going to Kunle's channel. Kunle's never had a redirect before ever. He's only just switched the option on. So if you could all, I beg lots of you go over there. Egal's over there right now. I think so
it's
Dayo's over there.
Right. So it's got Kunle and Egal.
I'm about to go in there myself.
Shameless Arsenal fans.
There's a couple of us going there as well.
Now.
But yeah, man, please
What's
go
the
over
channel?
there.
What's the channel?
Tunnel TV. It's going over there right now. Go smash the like, say NAF raid, say Arsenal are shit, and I'll be there in a second, in a bit.